welcome to the sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Standard Open in Dallas, part of the SCG Tour, brought to you by Ultimate Guard. I'm Nick Noy alongside Quinn Kiefer for a player spotlight, the youngest of the Kiefer brothers, and we've seen you guys on the SCG Tour for the last couple of years. When did you start playing?
I started playing on my 5th birthday. I've always wanted to learn how to play Magic until I was 5, when my brother started playing Magic a year before that. So I couldn't read at that point, so I had no idea what the cards did. And so my brothers were telling me what the cards did, and I didn't really believe them. So I started to get reading, and I really need to learn fast. And on my 5th birthday, my brother taught me how to play Magic. So.
And now you've been playing ever since, and they've been playing ever since, and you guys travel along playing Grand Prix, playing Opens. And you know, what's it like playing with your brothers? Because I know when I started playing, it was a similar situation. I wasn't quite as young, but my brother taught me. But once I started beating my brother, he didn't want to play anymore. I think your family's a little different.
Yeah, so we test together a lot. It's really fun, and we test together, and it's really nice having 2 other people who play Magic in the house, because I know if I was the only one, I would just be playing a Magic online, but we get to test in person, which is really helpful when we're going for a tournament.
Okay, and how long have you been coming to the tournaments?
I would say about, my first GP was when I was 8, so like 4 years ago is when I started playing like competitively and going to the higher level.
And when did you kind of get bit by the competitive bug and be like, all right, this is something I'd want to excel at, and you've been playing quite a bit, you know, recently and having a lot of success?
So basically what happened is that when we started off playing Magic, we played just within us 3, and then we started going to tournaments, but they were like little tournaments. They were called kid tournaments, and they were at a local game stores, and only kids could join.
Okay.
So we played those, and then we were like not doing very well, and then we started winning, and we started winning those, and then we went to the local game. So at our local game store, we went to the bigger events. So like we called them the grown-up events, where there was people who played at the normal local game store events that you would play at, and like F&Ms and things like that. So we started playing at those events, and we started winning those every time. So then we're like, okay, we'll try a GP. And so we went there, and I think I went like 2-3. I think I went 2-3 drop at my first GP, and it was weird. We were really excited because Lucas was 4-0, and we had no buys because, of course, we haven't been playing at all. And we were really excited. None of us ended up making day 2, and we started going to more GPs, and for a while none of us could make day 2, and then we started making day 2, and it feels I think it was Jack who was the first one who made day 2, and we all got really excited, and we felt like we can do this, so we started playing in a lot more events, and that's that's kind of what happens.
Ever since then, you guys have been playing it out. You know, Lucas and Jack both qualified for Pro Tours already.
Yeah.
You were just a thread away from qualifying twice, right? In the last, in like 1 week span? What happened there?
So I got qualified for the RPTQ by winning a PPTQ, and I played mono weight Eldrazi at that event. I went 4-0, and I double drew into top 8. And I was playing against mono red. It was game 3. I won the first game, so game 3, I was playing out, and I had a Thought-Knot Seer lock on with Eldrazi Displacer, and I could take a card from their hand every turn. And I had like 2 more turns until I was about to kill them. And they top decked a Sunscorched Desert, which is the one card I cannot take with Thought-Knot Seer. So I ended up losing that match, and I was kind of bummed out. But I felt like I could still make it. So next week was GP Denver, which is a local GP for us. I did not make day 2, which I was fine with because I didn't really want to play at 6-3, which was my record going to it was 5-3 was going into the last round. I played in the PTQ. I had a pretty solid deck. It had Overwhelming Splendor, which is the card that makes all their guys 1/1s, which just was the best. And I went all the way to the top 8 and in the finals. And again, I won the first game. Game 2, he has, I can't remember the name. It's a 2-mana enchantment. It turns into a 3/3 when you cast a spell.
Riddle form?
Yeah, Riddle form. And he had 1 turn to draw a spell. and I had lethal on board the next turn.
Yeah.
And he drew the spell. So we won as a third game, and I ended up losing. It was very close, but I would say the same week, because there were 2 weekends in a row that I lost.
One draw step away from the Pro Tour on multiple times. It's got to be tough, but I have to assume it's pretty nice having a pretty supportive family that travels and all plays, because you don't seem to let anything really get you down. You're out here battling all the time.
Yeah, it is awesome having a family like this. I'm really thankful for all of them.
So what are the future plans for you and your whole family here? Dreams of all three at the same Pro Tour or something like that?
That would be awesome. All three of us being at the same Pro Tour. It would be cool for all three of us to make top 8 of a Open or an Open or GP. Yeah, those are the goals that I'm just really hoping we get to, and if we keep playing, hopefully we'll get there. So.
Lastly, who are some of the big players that you've taken down already in your career? So I know you've had some pretty strong finishes, especially in a team event in DC, and you've had to have taken down some pretty big players.
Yeah. So in that team event in DC, are you saying which player?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So we played against Efro, Ben Stark, and LSV as a team, and I think that was their second to last round, and we beat them. So it was pretty cool there. That was pretty awesome. And then I also, I beat Shahar Shenhar.
You guys beat Pakula's team too, right?
Yeah, that was I was actually not playing with my brothers at that event.
Okay.
I was playing with 2 other friends. My brothers were playing together, and they beat Pakula's team, yes. I did beat Shahar Shenhar at a GP in the Grixis control mirror.
Wow.
We were both 6'2", so.
All right, well, You're off to a great start. You have a great career ahead of you, I'm sure. Your brothers are doing well. You all support each other. Anything you want to wrap up with? Any other hobbies outside of Magic that you do, or?
Really, I just spend all my free time playing Magic. It's just a thing that I have the most fun with, and I like the best, so.
All right, well, that's how you get good.
Yeah.
People at home paying attention, children, prime example of how you start off and just start crushing all the events. Quinn, thanks for joining me here in the sideboard.
Thank you.
Stay tuned to StarCityGames.com all week long for the action here in Dallas.